Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today we're talking about things to do near Fort Meade. Maybe you're coming here to Maryland for work and you're wondering what there is to do near the Fort Meade area. So today we're going to discuss that, and let's get started right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Living in Maryland channel, where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you are thinking about moving here to the area, then you are definitely in the right spot. And if you are considering whether purchasing a home in the area is the right decision for you and your family, if you're wondering exactly what that transition process looks like moving here to Maryland, we absolutely love helping out and answering any questions that you might have. So however you feel most comfortable reaching out, whether that's by phone, whether that's by email or text message, feel free to reach out anytime, days, nights, and weekends. We've got your back when moving here to the great state of Maryland. All right, so the first place I want to mention is Maryland Life Casino, and this is in Hanover, Maryland, which is about 15 minutes away from Fort Meade, so super close, super accessible. In addition to Maryland Life Casino right in Hanover, and right next to Maryland Life Casino is going to be the mall there. They've got a Bass Pro Shop, which is huge. We've taken our son there to do his Easter photos in the past. So, and walking around that place is always, you can kill a good couple hours walking around that place. So there's a lot to do there at that mall, a lot of cool restaurants and just, areas to hang out right there in that general area. So, but back to Maryland Life Casino. This is always a fun time if you're looking to just kind of hang out, have some entertainment. So naturally, you've got some gambling that you can do there. They do have a steady stream of comedians that come through. So coming here in 2022, you've got Wanda Sykes, Bill Burr, Jerry Seinfeld. They do have artists that come through as well. So last year we saw Justin Moore, who's a country artist. So we saw him there, and it's kind of a cool little spot. It's it's indoor. It's pretty small, so it's kind of more intimate, where you can you're pretty close to the stage. So it's just a really cool environment. So I would definitely check this place out, and it's a cool place to hang out on a Friday, Saturday night, over the weekend, whatever it may be. So I believe they've also got a hotel, so you can do a lot of different things there, which is always fun. All right, next is going to be the Columbia Mall and Meriwether District, which is kind of right next to each other. And this is in Columbia, Maryland, probably about 20 to 25 minutes away from Fort Meade, so not too far. And in this part of Central Maryland, just a quick little heads up too. We don't typically see a ton of traffic in these areas, especially on the weekends. So that's something that I figured I would just throw out just in case, and depending on where you're coming from and how much traffic you're dealing with. So about 20, 25 minutes, shouldn't be a ton of traffic, especially on weekends. So, and this is always a fun area. So you've got, I mentioned Meriwether District because it's right next to the mall, but it's really being built up currently, and it's got a lot of, fun stuff coming, especially for families. So you've got Meriwether Post Pavilion, which is where they have a ton of concerts and big names come to this area. So it's crazy, because for me growing up, I had to travel about an hour, hour and a half down to either San Diego or make that tough 45-minute drive to an hour drive in LA traffic to go see people at Hollywood Bowl or whatever. So it was just always a challenge in regards to getting to venues. But right here in Howard County, Meriwether Post Pavilion has a ton of awesome concerts all throughout the year. We've had Kenny Chesney come this year. You've got Rod Stewart, Jimmy Buffett. We've seen Jason Aldean once or twice here over the last few years. And then they've got a ton of other, big names that kind of come throughout the year too. And every year is different. They're always bringing in new people. So it's always a fun time to check out what concerts they've got coming. Right there in that Meriwether District, they've got a lot of new, condos and housing and apartments coming, which are, brand new. So if you're looking for somewhere to live and you want to be a little closer to stuff going on, I would definitely check that out. And then right there is Colorburst Park too. So they've got some open spot, some, turf grass where kids are always running around playing. They've got water fountains that kind of shoot off the ground, where kids are always running through the water, and parents are just bringing chairs and just kind of lounging and hanging out. So if you've got little ones, this is a cool place to check out as well. And then right there in that little area, they've got a bunch of restaurants opening. So they've got Dot Cow, which is one of our favorite sit-down Thai places. So I would definitely check that out if you're into Thai food. They've got Busboys and Poets, which is a cool little spot. I think they've got like a bar, coffee lounge, and they've got, food and all that kind of stuff too. So that's a cool place to check out. The Charmery is a really cool little spot to get ice cream and just hang out with the the family as well. So a lot of stuff going on right there. And then next to that is going to be the mall. So the mall's obviously got a ton of stuff to do. They've got a lot of restaurants and just fun things to do, with the family. So we're always checking that out and hanging out in that area as well, because Lake Kittamakundi is right there, kind of adjacent to those two things as well. So they've got like walking trails around the lake. There's a Whole Foods right there. So right there in that general area, there's a lot to do that's not too far from Fort Meade. So if you're looking to get out over the weekend and just kind of do a little bit of sightseeing and just kind of hang out with the family, this is definitely an area that I would check out. All right, next is going to be Annapolis, the capital of Maryland. So this is definitely, a cool spot. We've been down there several times. The restaurants are always awesome. The scenery is great. You're right there on the water, on the Chesapeake Bay. So it's just a really cool, beautiful spot to be. But I always keep telling my wife too, I brought this up a few times recently, is we need to get down there more, because there's just so much fun stuff to do. My father-in-law recently, for a birthday present, one of his daughters got him kind of a boat ride where they went out and he got to kind of steer and kind of do the driving of the boat and stuff. So I think they do a lot of water related stuff out there too, which we need to check out more. We just haven't had the time to get out there and do that yet. But a lot of cool things going on in Annapolis, and you're probably about 25 minutes from Annapolis from Fort Meade too. So if you're looking for weekend activities, if you're looking for spots to go out and good food and just kind of a restaurant scene, this is definitely a spot that I would check out as well. And then I always like to mention some breweries, because it's always a fun time to get out in Maryland and try some of the awesome breweries that we have throughout the state. But near Fort Meade, one of my favorites is in Odenton. It's called Crooked Crab Brewing, and this is a spot that you should definitely check out. Super close to Fort Meade to get out there and check out. And the last time that I checked, they did have $1 off pints on Tuesdays for military. So that's definitely something, if you are military coming here to the Fort Meade area, I would definitely ask them about that. They've got a great tap room. They've got some great seasonal brews, and then some all-around staples that they have year-round as well. So if you're looking for a good place to go try some good local beer, I would definitely get out there and check out that place. And then also about 20-ish minutes from Fort Meade is a newer Guinness brewery. It's in North Elkridge as you approach Arbutus, which is kind of right there at the Baltimore County, Howard County line. So this is another place that's not too far that I would definitely check out, especially when it's not super cold out, because they've got great outdoor space. So they've got a lot of hanging out area where they have life-size Jenga. They've got cornhole out there. They've got a ton of tables and chairs and just space to hang out and eat and drink and try all their different beers and stuff. So those are two that are not too far away from Fort Meade that I would definitely check out if you're coming here to the area. All right, next is going to be Russet Shopping Center in Laurel. So this is something that's not too far. It's about 20-ish minutes as well, kind of right in the part of Laurel that is Anne Arundel County, but it's not too far from PG County, not too far from Howard County as well. Laurel's pretty big, so it's definitely an area if you're looking to do some shopping, if you're looking to try out some new areas and just kind of look to see what's nearby. This is definitely an area I would check out. Now in regards to shopping, it's got most of my wife's favorites. It's got Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Target, which I can't keep her out of. So it's got a ton of cool shopping centers and shopping areas. In regards to eating, it's got one of my favorites, which is Chick-fil-A, and then we usually swing by the Starbucks, which is right there in the area too. So if you're looking to do some shopping, it's not too far away. I would definitely get out and check out the Russet area. Within Laurel, it's going to have most of what you need. And then also, if you're looking to do any shopping for alcohol, wine, beer, liquor, anything like that, there's a Total Wine and More, which we have found from checking out all these different liquor stores in the area. And by the way, Maryland, whatever laws that we have, they do not sell alcohol in grocery stores. So your only option is to go to liquor stores. So Total Wine and More just seems to be the area that we've found that has the best prices locally. So if you go there, it's just massive. You can get lost in this place. Go checking out their wine, their liquor, their beer collections. And I think you'll find some of the best deals in town at this spot. So definitely something I would check out as well. And then last but not least is mentioning areas nearby for vacation spots and just kind of, quick one-day getaways or just, afternoon getaways. So the cool thing about Fort Meade is that you're really right in the middle of both DC and Baltimore. So you're probably about 40 minutes to the Inner Harbor, downtown Baltimore, which is got a ton of things to do. It's always a fun time to go out there, and you're right there on the water, checking out their restaurants and their entertainment scene. And then you're about 40 to 45 minutes as well down to the heart of DC. And just kind of checking out all the history, the museums, and all the stuff to do down there in DC as well. So those are always fun, ton to do down there. And then having some vacation spots that are not too far away is one of my favorite things about this central part of Maryland here. So for me, growing up in Southern California, it just felt like we always had to drive so far to do any kind of vacation activities. But here you've got Ocean City, which is about 2.5 hours away. So if you want to get out to the beach with the family, you've got that on the Eastern Shore, not too far away. You're not very far at all from the Bay Bridge. And then it's a really cool scenic drive out to Ocean City on the Eastern Shore. And then you've got Deep Creek, which is about, I'd say, another 2.5 hours west. And this is an awesome year-round spot where you can get out, do a ton of hiking. There's a lot of trails. There's a massive lake there where you can do a bunch of water activities, golf courses. You can do winter skiing, snowboarding, all that kind of stuff out that way. So Deep Creek is definitely something to check out as well. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you ever have any questions or need anything at all, feel free to reach out, and we'll see you at the next video.